You should be more like your cousin. Instant mood killer, right? It doesn't matter if you're 5 years old or 25. The moment someone compares you to someone else, something inside you just tightens. Your shoulders stiffen. Your brain stops listening. And suddenly, you're not even hearing advice anymore. You're hearing, "You're not enough." So why do some people absolutely hate being compared to others? Let's break it down. First, comparison feels like a threat to identity. Every person builds a quiet story in their head about who they are. I'm the creative one. I'm the funny one. I'm the responsible one. When someone compares you, it can feel like they're editing your story without permission. It's not just, "They did better." It's, "You should be different." And that hits deeper than we realize. There's also the fairness factor. When people compare you, they often ignore context. Maybe your friend wakes up at 5 a.m. and runs 5 miles. Cool. But maybe you're juggling work, family stress, and 3 hours of sleep. Comparison skips the backstory and jumps straight to the scoreboard. Humans are wired to care about fairness. When it feels like the rules are uneven, frustration kicks in. Now here's something interesting. People who strongly dislike being compared are often highly self-aware. They know their strengths. They know their weaknesses. They're not blind to them. So when someone says, "Why can't you be like them?" it feels lazy, oversimplified, like reducing a full human being into a single trait. Imagine telling a cat, "Why can't you be more like a dog?" The cat isn't broken, it's just a cat. Another psychological layer is autonomy. People naturally want to feel in control of their growth. When comparison enters the picture, it can feel like pressure instead of inspiration. Instead of thinking, "I want to improve," the brain switches to, "Now I have to prove something." And once ego gets involved, growth becomes defense. There's also the emotional memory attached to comparison. For many people, it started early. School grades posted publicly, siblings ranked at family dinners. Look at how well she's doing. Even if it was meant as motivation, it often planted a seed of insecurity. Over time, comparison stops feeling like feedback. It feels like competition, and constant competition is exhausting. Here's the twist, though. Not all comparison is bad. Our brains automatically compare. It's how we measure progress. But there's a big difference between self-comparison and forced comparison. Healthy comparison sounds like, "Am I better than I was last year?" Unhealthy comparison sounds like, "Why aren't you like them?" See the difference? One builds identity, the other erodes it. People who hate being compared often value individuality deeply. They want to be seen for who they are, not measured against someone else's blueprint. They believe growth should come from curiosity, not pressure. And honestly, they have a point, because when you constantly compare someone, you're sending a subtle message. Who you are right now isn't enough, even if that's not what you meant. So next time you feel that irritation rising when someone compares you, it's not just ego. It's your mind protecting your identity, protecting your sense of fairness, protecting your autonomy. And if you're someone who tends to compare others, maybe pause for a second. Instead of saying, "Be more like them," try asking, "What do you want for yourself?" That small shift changes everything. At the end of the day, growth isn't about becoming someone else. It's about becoming more of yourself. And no comparison chart in the world can measure that.